usually don't reinvent the wheel, especially going into a series like this. But remember, the series we talked about that's coming up on Saturday, if you're D plus Kia, you're not going to go, well, I think this is what T1 think the read on the meta is. This is their way of punishing Illusion Comp with their own style and showing nothing while doing so.
It really is. Let's hop into the Rift here for game number 1. T1, full information of what's going on here as they did have that ward put down. Their homework 100% done. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. They're going to continue waiting here just to make sure.
Double Scorch for Taeyun and Moham. First strike on the Lucian, but no Ignite. Some with that level 1 hit.
All right, well, Kamiushi and Carrier doing some battle as they assert their dominance, and this is what we were talking about. He's played it 6 times, and then it was illegal from that point on. Set
up earlier on. Owner's going to, of course, take away his jungle here. Has level 3.
Yeah, and Youngjae does too. Winter's Wrath will connect as Owner going to get the Electrocute proc, and the Sejuani is bullied away from this area. They were setting up for some sort of dive, though, and the main thing is that Youngjae gets down here to protect his bottom lane. But Faker has the inside track, and he's looking to make his way over. Oh, that's a lot of value with that volley as well, as now T1 bearing down on this turret. Faker's going to move in. Ghost already in hand. Arctic Assault is good, as there it is. He bonks their heads together. Can he get the kill, though? Is the question. The answer is yes. Owner's going to lock that one down. It's another kill to go over to T1. They'll lose the elites, but this lane is 100% done. It's over.
This game may be 100% done, Atlas, and if you guys look at the minimap at that moment, you see Bulldog just knows it's doomed. Good luck, guys. I'm pushing mid because there's nothing he can do.
Well, Faker also in a little bit of trouble here, but does have the Haymaker shield. There's the flash that he held for about an eon. Do like that. Allows him to keep playing aggressive as Faker's just going to move towards Bulldog here. Great Cocoon will connect. Facebreaker comes down. Gravity field's good, but Faker is out of the range of the turret. And in the meantime, Bulldog's going to be zoned away from these minions. Death Ray comes in. Faker's just looking to clear this one out.
Well handled.
For a bit of a reset.
Well handled by Bulldog. Has Ghost, can just back out, doesn't need to flash. Knows Faker doesn't have 6 because he spent so much time out of lane. He has the level 6 advantage. Doesn't die there or have to expend his flash.
Ooh, okay, well, he is going to come back down here towards this bottom side. Level 5 for Faker, so doesn't have the showstopper available, but he's going to break a couple of faces, and Taeyun taking so much damage. Youngjae, the first one to go down. Taeyun's dead again, and T1 are just wiping out this bottom lane. There is nothing they can do. Moham! Oh, Moham! He's just dead. Gumiush is going to pick that one up. Another plate comes in.
3 kills at 7. Bulldog is PvE. Like I said, like before, he can't do anything. No. He lost his Ghost. He's zoned out. Faker's not killing minions. He's killing champions.
That's why I was so sad about Moham. There's literally nothing he could do.
Nothing he could do. And I mean, we said it from the draft. This was going to be a rough time, and they are just hard committing to making sure that is the case. Yes. And Zeus is going to get, can he get every play top? I think he can.
I think he possibly can, as the arrow is going to sail into the mid lane.
How's your riposte?
Oh, Jonas Strong, I love it. I love your work, as the riposte doesn't come in! The Ventral Maelstrom, that's not the ability. It's
oh my
Maelstrom,
God!
He's going to pick up the kill. I think Carrier gets it again. Another POG for Carrier. What do you reckon?
I mean, this just cannot be happening. They're only up in the mid lane.
Wow. And you say it's a humiliation, but I think that this is the combination of... Oh, okay, Bulldog. He's in a bit of trouble here. Coon will connect, and he's really dead.
So how long are those plates up in the mid lane for?
Well, we'll see how... I think, how long does it take for Caitlyn to shoot them down?
Demolish as well.
There's a
Herald.
Yeah, I guess it's after 8 minutes. That's true.
I was going to mention your Rage Blade Orianna. And
yeah, I am a huge fan. But Zeus is building it now, gets the snap or the stun onto Bulldog. Youngjae's going to move in, Carrier's down as well. As Chaos Storm going to come in. Zeus is flashing after him, the arrow goes wide. And yeah, Zeus is going to get stunned, so I think he's just dead. And there he goes. Carrier not going to offer enough damage, and that is another kill.
He gets some freedom there. We go to late game 5v5 fights. Oh,
Moham's dead.
And that's a flash down too.
Oh, Ace in the Hole comes in. Gravity. Oh.
Okay. You had hope for a second, didn't you?
I did.
You thought for just a moment maybe he wouldn't die.
Yeah. I mean, they did kind of invest everything to try and save him, and it just didn't do anything.
Cannon pushing her out. He's just going to catch the bottom wave. They're just going to start Baron. He's going to TP in for safety.
Yep. Carrier can keep Youngjae out of here for a while. He has Arctic Assault available to get over. Cocoon will connect there as Faker breaks his face, and he just wants to pull Young Jay out. The Baron is going to go. Faker can tank for about 16 years. Zeus might be the sacrificial cannon here for a moment, but he's not. He'll be fine, as Ona almost finds that Cocoon. That was very close to being beautiful.
That was a 3v4 fight too.
Yeah. Bulldog coming over. And I like how he's playing this with you know? He's not getting intimidated.
Gotta be so careful about Zeus here when he has ult, but they know he does not. He doesn't have flash either.
Taeyeon got hit by a volatile Spiderling that did half of his health bar. Owner is pretty strong as well. Arrow's going to connect. The chain CC, just massive, and Bulldog is 100% the target that T1 are going to be looking for. Is now Faker. He smells blood in the water. Showstopper as Moham. Oh, no, poor Moham. Why choose Moham? It's not fair, Wolf.
June is very thankful he was not starting today now, because I don't know, it doesn't matter if it's actually a clone of Keria on the other side. I don't know if the impact can be made to save this game with this draft and the way that T1 has played this so beautifully early. And the forced ghost on the Bulldog, I think, is one of the biggest problems here for Kwangdong, because if he could teleport bottom and help defend that dive, maybe this game looks a little bit different, but he can't. He's running Ghost, and he can't chase Faker either. He'll lose out at the early game exchange there. If he tries to follow the set over, he just dies faster, and then the dive is even stronger.
Ooh, Dudu. On the flank, there's the Glacial Prison. Kerry is real dead. I like that.
Baby steps.
Setting it up, capitalizing on maybe some overextension T1's side. As what was that tactic?
A little bit of a greedy move here.
In the meantime, Young Jay's dead. Oh, no, not quite. I take it all back. Arrow piercing the side of the map. Zeus diving forward on top of Bulldog. We've been here before. Zeus throws down a preemptive slicing Maelstrom and stuns up Bulldog as he's making his way out. Faker, he's jogging towards this top side. Bulldog is his target, as we can see. He's hurting the members of Kwangdong Freaks right now as he picks up Dudu. Facebreaker is going to collect Bulldog. Faker doesn't get both of them, which is, I think, what he was going for there. He'll have to settle with just the one kill.
Titanic Hydra, not Ravenous Hydra for Zeus.
Yeah.
Just...
And Lord Dom's complete for which is a bit sad.
Oh,
thought it might be wrong. Right.
He might have had a little bit, like he might have been just a few hundred gold off.
Yeah, might have been that.
He's earned 11.6 thousand this game, though. That's 3,000 ahead of his opponent.
That is. That's quite a large number. This...
We did crest the turret.
He's gone down.
Yeah. You were saying, like, 25 minutes, that's probably when it's going to end. We might be at that point.
Uh-oh. Well, Arrow is going to pick the gap. Don't get any points for that. Alright, Faker's going to move on in. They deal with the last remaining inhibitor turret. Young Jay's real dead. As Dudu, oh my, what the heck? Gumiyushi flies forward with his Gale Force and just eradicates Kwangdong Freaks from the map. This Nexus turret not going to be long for the world. Facebreaker gets flashed, but Bulldog not going to be so lucky. Moham, a couple more autos, and he's going to be dead, but he at least gets to the relative safety of his fountain. T1 are done with this game. This has been utter domination from start to finish, and T1 will put Kwangdong Freaks out of their misery.
T1 made him cry. That's what this draft is. That's what this game was. Like that is what we just commentated, sort of, in this first game.
To the best of our ability, Wolf. To the best of our ability.
Okay, well, that's an official recorded game, as they say. I hope that we have learned our lesson, Kwangdong Freaks. It's time to stop screaming, this one was not a success.
Or just Caitlyn Varus. Okay. Support Varus, support Caitlyn, who cares? One of those things are happening. Considering it for now.
It's a lot of damage poke-wise here.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to commit. So...
now we get to see exactly who's going to be playing what. I assume that it's going to be Guma on Caitlyn and Keria on the Varus.
I think so, because that's what makes the most sense, because it's much easier for Keria to obviously farm Spell Thief's Edge, if that's the support item he's going to choose here. Just in general, his gold item where he gets damage from his poke, much easier to pull that off than Caitlyn, so Caitlyn not going to be able to scale as well off of the support item and having less gold. Varus also has the utility of his ultimate, although they swapped the last second.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering how this was going to go.
Keria might be playing AD carry. Have to pick people. It could be a disaster.
It's certainly good. Let's see if it is. We hop under the rift. This is
So Halo Blades coming up here, obviously going to give her some extra power with those trades, and that's what you want if you're playing support Caitlyn, which is not, I mean, don't try this at home, kids, please. But if you are going to play this, that's what you want to get that extra damage through these autos. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And in the
barriered for the trade.
Yeah, and he's still now at 130.
Dudu's dead.
Yeah. Luckily, Dudu doesn't have to flash, but he's still in a really rough spot. His owner's going to come up here and try to set up for something against this early Maokai. Might just hard force the dive.
Well, let's see. There's the flash. Dudu is very, very dead, but can he get something back? The answer's yes, and that's an execution. All right, of course it is. Sure. Okay. Very, very cute. As Gumayusi is just trying to do what he can here. Does have to flash away, though. Carrier also misses the Peacemaker. But you can see the looming Piggy. Owner making his way in. And Winter's Wrath's going to come down. And despite the fact that a few things worked out, I think this still is going to go in the wrong direction. The Permafrost comes in. Owner survives. Carrier also lives. Moham's dead. And the Piggy goes down. But it doesn't matter. Look at all these minions.
Look at all the minions that they are not going to get. It is a repeat here going into this second game of the last one. Just a little bit different circumstances here. It's not the full dive with Faker coming down on set. Just
dead Maokai? Look at all of this gold.
Yeah, the difference in this game is that T1 can do those things if they play like T1.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're T1.
Yeah, and they probably will be T1 as Youngjae has to flash. Permafrost almost stacked up there as Twisted Advance to get on in. Youngjae is going to see what he can do. That's the wrong turret. He's still dead. And that's going to be Zeus picking up that kill. But Bulldog now to come on forward will be able to pick it up. Perfect execution is exactly that. And the young player doing fantastic work already.
Now, this was a bit of an overextension here for T1. And Zeus is just so squishy. You know, at this stage of the game, Dudu has level 6, so gets on top of him there.
Almost all the plates are gone, which is a worry. Nature's Grasp going to come forward as Carrier is going to sacrifice himself for the good of the colony. You love to see it. And that is going to make sure that at least Gumayusi survives.
Giving the kill over to Youngjae here is an interesting choice. You're punching Zeus.
Oh, that's the solo kill! Dudu is going to pick it up. He was already smashing this lane, actually. All right, let's check out the replay one more time. As we were trying to watch this, the turret's going to fall down. That's all of the plates. Yeah. Bottom lane's still a disaster, but this was pretty cool.
Youngjae smashes him towards this Renekton who has ult available, and Zeus is just so squishy.
Yeah, well, Zeus might also be dead again. He is. Taeyun is going to go down as well. He's not the main character of this story. T1 are just going to walk up the bottom lane.
This is just Kwangdong giving up bottom.
Yeah, Faker's going to come on over. The backflip does come forward. Emperor's Divide avoided. Very nice. Ace in the hole comes in, and Bulldog has to flash. Oh my goodness. That arrow did a lot of work.
So this is now a base race in League of Legends?
At 9.5 minutes?
Zeus going to grab plate mid. And top side, we do see... I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, this is really greedy here for the plate from Zeus. He's just punished by Dudu. Yeah, there's not really much forgiveness for this one. That's just straight up greed. But up here on the follow-up, he's just chain CC'd here. Taeyun tries to go for this and pick up some extra gold. Bit of a mistake here, how that's juggled, and he actually takes way too much damage, and Owner will trade it back. But still, picking up some money on the Zeri. 3 assists now she has.
Yeah, Zeus might be in trouble again as Dudu level up. And Zeus is running the wrong direction. That's his strategy. He can move him back, so I don't think that Zeus is going to die here or anything like that. And Owner is going to turn up as well.
One thing I want to say is that Kwangdong have really just committed to our bot lane doesn't exist where he needs to be to stop this from going down, so this is just going to go down for free, and so much money is being given over.
Well, Taeyun's still going to dive on in. There's the final chapter as Carrier with the barrier is going to come in. Taeyun's dead. The Renekton also died somewhere on the map. Not entirely sure how that one happened. Ace in the hole flying towards Bulldog as Faker, still at full health, was making his way up. I liked the idea from Kwangdong Freaks. It did not work.
They're not too worried about the retreat here as...
Oh dear. Ace in the hole is going to come in, but it's going to be interrupted. Carrier trying to flash out of this one, does not work. Puts down the snap trap. It's actually kind of cute how that one went down as Bulldog looks for the backflip, does not get it, and also Gumushi makes it onto the turret, so he'll be fine. So 0 and 2 for Carrier. A little bit unfortunate on the Caitlyn this time around for the support Caitlyn debut. It will be a Chemtech Soul, so not a great one, not a favorite.
Not amazing, especially not for T1's comp, because they don't want any of these champions to be half health.
Well, Gumushi just going to have to try and get himself out of this one. Try and hope and pray.
There's the money.
And there it is. Taeyun's going to pick that one up.
Finally, he gets his shutdown.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming.
A lot of money.
Long time coming. The Maokai's up there, very good, punishing the greed once again for T1, but they're still trading up. You know, that's the thing. You get these punishes off not every time, but sometimes. But they're still killing the turrets. They're still stacking up that gold. And when we get to team fights later,
Ace in the hole, going to be blocked by Bulldog. Very nicely done. And Gumiushi's doing a great job of hitting these cues and making sure that he... Okay. Ona just throwing that one willy-nilly. It's absolutely fine. Chains of Corruption gets
bullet hell.
A lot of dashes coming on in there as the Rift Herald going to largely be ignored. Is Ona in a bit of trouble? There is the Crocodile coming forward. Faker trying to get rid of Bulldog, but it doesn't quite work out. Now Bulldog on the run, trying to get out. Faker sets up the Sand Soldier and is going to be able to lock that one down. So mid lane and traded for the jungle as Youngjae could be going down here as well, but the net not going to connect.
Just takes so much damage.
This is crazy. Carrier's just walking at this inhibitor turret alongside Zeus. And he's putting down snap traps. He's just making it really difficult as Taeyun's going to take an ace in the hole. And Gumushi looking for a little bit more. Final chapter comes down. Ona's happy to tank it. And this inhibitor's dead, Wolf!
Yep.
Like, what's happening?
I mean, no, there's no response because they try to make the Maokai rotation happen top. It doesn't work. If Maokai's bottom, you could try to set something up with your ult.
This game feels unfair again. Although it shouldn't be. It shouldn't feel like this.
It really shouldn't, but it does. And this is basically T1 saying, oh, CV Max, you like, you said this season's going to be a scrim. Well, we'll give you a scrim. Although most games that go like this, you cancel the scrim. You just say regame and you go to the next one. No TP wards, nothing, no options here. They have to kind of siege their way through the jungle. There's a Maokai ult.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp to come in. That's a brilliant glacial prison to make sure that the Maokai can't get anything done. But can someone get out of here is the question as Emperor's Divide gets rid of Bulldog and Faker just sweeps him up on his way out. It's a 1-for-1 in the end. Ona might fall down, but honestly, he's done his job. Fantastically well done. Picks the right angle in order to escape as well. And as T1 just look to secure this soul, we'll see whether they do get it. T1 and Zeus and Gumushi chilling here in this mid lane. Nature's Grasp once again as Faker shifts the sands to get out. Ona is going to break up the brambles as Youngjae gets into the backline. Carrier trying to keep himself alive as the Zeri is starting to have a moment, but it stops immediately. Youngjae also going to try and twist and advance his way around this one. Bulldog flashing after getting that shuriken onto Faker. Finally some revenge, but the game, I think, is just done. Dudu and Moham, they are left alive, but these Nexus turrets are not going to be so lucky. Look at a Jace just mow them down.
What a series we witnessed tonight, Atlas.
we definitely witnessed a series. Goodbye, Moham. You will be remembered as Dudu. I don't even think he wants to. Gumushi's there, but he just can't get access. Hail Arrows comes down and Gumushi's dead, and Ona is just going to get out his flail. Let's have a look at the damage numbers here as Zeus doing the most in the end. Very weird that Dudu had such a good time at the beginning of the game, and then things went horribly wrong.
I loved how Faker played this game. He identified there is one problem, it's the Akali. And he just, I mean, Bulldog only did 7.3K damage in this game. It feels like he should have done more because he was so scared.
Oh, Talia, not sure I'm a huge fan personally, but is going to be a way of trying to neutralize this matchup. Not a lot of permafrost value to be taken here from Canyon, but still will be Sejuani, who is just strong in her own right. And I guess Meganar exists. If they have to put out fires for the rest of the game. Let's hop onto the Rift here. Game 1 of the Saturday Showdown. To it, 71.9% win rate. Not too bad here for one of his most played champions.
unsurprisingly, is look at that. That's a
even.
Not as close to as many games, but we'll take it. D+ also a team that obviously, although we haven't seen it and probably won't see it for the foreseeable future, loves to flex this Talia pick. But what I love is, hold up, Showmaker might be in trouble here.
Could certainly be. Canyon nowhere near.
Who knows?
Towards his red buff, as you can see.
We're going to look at these first objectives now that 6 spikes are being hit across the boards. As Kana.
Yeah, that's a Gnar and a wallop. Zeus taking a lot of damage here as he's going to have to ult to try and get out. Permafrost does a fair bit of work. Mini Gnar comes back in though as the Unbound Soul not going to be camped here by D+ Kia. Zeus holds on to his flash.
Down for Showmaker is still quite big as Canyon going in again.
Yeah, Gumushi still doesn't have his flashback available as there's the flash in from Canyon. I think this is going to be first blood and Deft picks it up on the Zeri. About the best news for D+ fans that you could get. But not too much to worry about. Still, 2 plates will go over to T1. All right, final chapter comes through. Faker gonna flash, but immediately the Glacial Prison comes in and Kellen picks up the second kill for D+ Kia, and they'll grab plates for it. The Rift Herald coming down as well. D+ Kia, the explosive early games that we've been seeing, apparently works on T1 as well. Would be pretty exciting. All right, that's an ultimate. Speaking of which, Deft gonna use one towards his bottom side. There's Gumushi in a lot of trouble with the culling. Fires entirely onto Kellen. Canyon now making his way over. They get the vision as Showmaker's going to come down as well. Ona over here trying to protect his bottom lane, but it's definitely a very defensive posture from T1. Def can skate over any of these walls, but of course, T1 will be able to hold on to this one. Oh man, it's feeling so incredibly intense right now.
T1 is pretty decent.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, trying to get this fight working is in the meantime a fight towards that bottom side as well. Glacial Prison comes in and Canyon is thinking about just solo killing Ona. Showmaker comes around, and so it is going to be the Talia that grabs that one as now Faker's getting turned on. Another Permafrost, is it going to come in? The answer's no. Seismic Shove misses and Faker lives. As Def takes so much damage from that Conquering Sands. Once again, it is the Ludens to be picked up by Faker's Azir. He gets flicked back though, a lot of damage. He'll have to shift some sands to get out of there. Thankfully, the earth hadn't quite unraveled under his feet. He can use it defensively.
Another issue that I don't think D+ have a very clear answer to is hold up.
All right, Boomerang's going to come forward, and Zeus has to use a very defensive ultimate. Great vision, but still, kind of just holding this Naba in the position that he wants to. He can auto the Drake to get that into whichever order he wants, standing in the back of the pit just to spot whether Zeus is going to be lying in wait here. There's now T1 possibly going for that team fight. Cyclone's going to come through as Canna finds no one with the Gnar. Sejuani does lock down the Dragon, and Deft is now trying to get this team fight to work out. He dodges the ult from Zeus, but nobody else can get out of the way as Zeus is trying to fight it out. The Unbound Soul's going to draw him back, and D+ Kia lose 2, secure the Drake.
Rare moment of hesitation and a mistake there from D+ Kia. Kana as a sacrificial lamb for this Drake is fine.
That's the Baron, is it?
They are definitely going to try and start it up. I do think with Deft and Kellen available, maybe we're going to see a possible attempt, but maybe it's just going to be Canyon. Vision is there. And T1's team fighting comes through for them again.
All right, so it's going to pop over the wall. I think Canyon now has word of what's going on here as the Baron's just going to be taken for free. D+ Kia not even going to try. And
here we are.
It's all done.
Lead's gone. Oh, what a game.
The entire gold lead just evaporated in one moment. Faker versus Deft here towards this bottom side, and Deft is just dead. I don't think there's much he can do about this one. He's going to see how much time he can buy, and it's not very much, guys. Wukong going to be able to take him down. Faker's going to go back home, get that health bar back. And T1, in like the flick of their fingers. Don't think that should be allowed.
Well, Deft has IE. That's something.
There is definitely that. Keria not going to get hit by the Seismic Shove as Canyon secures his red buff. There's the Weaver's Wall to try and split off this fight. Ona moving towards that top side. Canyon avoids the tidal wave, but the bubble is going to connect. Final chapter coming in, but Canyon still in a whole lot of trouble.
Can keep going for these type of plays. A lot of ultimates actually invested here to try and set it up. Owner almost gets taken down, but rest of his team, you can see all ultimates, like big team fighting ultimates, are still available here. And D+ can't go in. Baron has started up.
Speaking of that dance again, Chronicler, they are going to do it one more time. All right, there's the Steel Fade. What? Deft steals the Baron, and the seismic shove is extraordinary. Keria is going to go down as well, and now D plus Kia, they've turned the whole game on its head. Zeus, can he try to fight this? The answer is absolutely not, and Canna's going to pick that up. We need that in ultra slow-mo, because I have absolutely no idea what just happened.
That might be game!
What is going... Chronicler, I know this is a Saturday Showdown. I know that we knew this was going to be hype, but I'm not ready for the pace, man.
Let's calm down. The health bars are low. But what if...
The Sejuani flank angle.
Oh my god.
That gets it in the end. Seismic
oh my
shot
god.
Go wide as Canyon. He managed to find Faker. The tidal wave comes in. Faker goes golden. It's not over just yet as Owner is trying to pick it up. Speaking of picking it up, the ultimate to come through from the Yazir almost works, but he is going to go down now. Zeus has found his way in, but Deft is ripping them apart. The GA is now going to come down. Showmaker finds the flash, but not the seismic shove. And it's a double kill for the world champion AD carry. And D plus Kia here in game number 1 may have just done it. Chronicler, this is why I love the LCK. We get another one of these. We might get another 2 of these.
Please give me 2 more.
Oh,
maybe it's not even over yet.
Yeah, we might need a Baron. We might need to also pick up a Soul.
Can they clear the wave here? That's the big question.
All right, I think D plus Kia are just going to look for the end. Faker, 15 seconds left to go, 30 on Zeus.
I don't think I have the time.
Canyon's pretty low. Kumiushi trying to get this one done, but it's not going to work. The final chapter is indeed the final one in this game, but not in this series. D plus Kia will take game 1. Most of the beginning of the game falling further and further behind until they just exploded into a winning position. For Showmaker here, but it's Akali that's picked up. Oh my goodness. Some of the most famous Showmaker plays were in fact on this Akali, fresh off a rework a few years ago. And Melee champions, you know, Showmaker, Chovy, definitely 2 players that absolutely love this. The Permafrost synergy also. Yeah, well, we'll see whether it's going to work this time around as well, or whether we get those 3 games. Let's do it.
That they... Oh, hold up.
Yeah, just going to walk straight in there. They knew as Keria down to about 300. Kellen bopping and blocking, having a great time. And this early game working out real well. As was that some, some spamming from Deft? Of course, Deft and Keria, very good friends. And so probably... in pretty good faith here.
Really nicely done there. Both teams aware of where the wards were, so DK playing around vision and able to get a lot as Keria just healing. Looking at what we have in terms of early game here, it is somewhat reminiscent, this Canyon. Say hello.
Showmaker just going to try and push Faker out of this lane, of course. The amount of control that Faker has is definitely very high. As Canyon doesn't make it over the wall. That was an interesting interaction there. As Showmaker just backflipped over just to see what was going on. Owner gets over the wall, doesn't find the Vault Breaker damage. As Permafrost, Winter's Wrath, Canyon absolutely fine right now. As Kumiushi dashing forward yet again. Deft gets the zoomies. Keria gonna have to deal with that prowling projectile damage. And just some biffo towards the bottom side. Nothing happening just yet. We'll see whether these junglers can change up how this lane is going to eventuate. 20. It was with Ghost, as I'm gonna have to hold the thought again. Deft has to use Barrier. Taken down extraordinarily low as Zeus brought under the turret. Canyon's back again. Let's see whether Arctic Assault's gonna land. It is. It gets the flash this time. D plus Kia get a successful gank. Level 6 gained here by Canna, but now Deft and Kellen will be in a lot of trouble. Owner's moving down. D plus Kia, they know exactly what's going on here.
Showmaker's on his way.
Yeah.
He's running.
He's going to have to get here fast. The interruption on the back there from Zeus, who's now going to start the fight onto Canyon. Blast Cones to get his way out. Going to eat some honey fruit, and this might be able to help him in the 1v1. Permafrost going to come through as there is the ult back. That was very weird. Don't know what happened really. We're going to continue the weirdness underneath this turret towards the bottom side. Kumiushi taking a lot of damage, but they're going to successfully get the dive off against the Zeri.
Oh, we're going to contest.
Yeah, Canyon, let's see whether he can survive this one. He does get in there, but Owner is going to lock that one down. Devi immediately goes down, though. It's a double kill for the Zeri, and Showmaker, the perfect execution's fantastic. Canyon limps away with his life intact, and it's a triple kill. What were you saying about the bottom lane again?
Well, both bottom lane and top lane are a disaster, so never mind, I guess.
Wait, Canna got a solo kill in that? What?
Yeah. As I pointed out, Jackson, the K'Sante works if you get to the later stage of the game, but early on, K'Sante is going to kind of dunk on you. And key thing here is that Owner already gets taken so low, so this is a 3 versus 4 right from the get-go. T1 takes too much damage from the Baron.
In the meantime, in the mid lane, Owner is just going to kill Canyon, I guess. Now Keria is flashing on top, and it's a double kill. So Owner's redeemed as well. Back to you, Chronicler.
We are now looking a little bit closer in terms of T1's position, because obviously what happened was a disaster. Zeus probably just gonna... Oh, no, not even. Kana just flashing in proactively, recognizing that the Counter-Strike didn't get enough done, and then running Zeus down.
K'Sante things.
Yeah, nicely done. He has a big lead, right? So already at that point a kill up, as then Canyon just drops a turret in mid, seemingly unaware of where Owner is, and Owner just comes in, Qs, and with that lower health bar, that is definitely a big risk. Keria also flashing to make sure he can get the speed up and or slow. I guess both, not and or.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit better as... Oh, Guma.
Yeah, I think that might be a dead Gumayushi. He's going to dash, try and get out of the way of this one, but the final chapter's there. It's a drive-by from Kellen, and now Keria is not going to be super safe, but Owner is in the area. Looks like D plus Kia are not going to overstay their welcome, even if it is a 3 versus 2. It's once again a bit of a battle between these top laners. Zeus still fighting, and isn't behind by too much CS necessarily. Still a dire situation.
Up, I think you can run into some risks, but no, I was wrong. D plus are looking.
Yeah, they're looking at cake and eating it too, as it is going to be a Mountain Drake as well. That's going to be absolutely massive, honestly, for either side here. But K'Sante's licking his lips, looking at a potential Mountain Soul. Both teams capable of picking up 3 of those Drakes during a topside meta where Noguri and Showmaker could have just the greatest time ever. Ghost was really good at playing utility, and that was really... Okay, never mind. I'm going to hold that thought as immediately the Nami just explodes. Keria turned into fish food here as the permafrost comes down. Owner in trouble as well. Showmaker collects that one. Perfect execution. Now going to be available as Canyon's diving on in. He wanted to tank that to see whether Showmaker could grab the kill, but instead he holds on to the ultimate, and they will just walk away with the 3 kills. I should start that story more often, so that we can just get action anytime we want. I'm trying to watch it as we see this, and then it was Showmaker holding off. Now we've got another battle in this mid lane. Let's see whether this outer turret stays alive. Is K'Sante immediately going to go down? Canna just caught napping there a little bit. Now T1 looking to get Shirley another charge onto this inner turret.
Oh, never mind. I might have cursed them. I was thinking about giving Canyon praise, so that already... that's on me. As very important Draker, even individual Mountain Drake can make a big difference in how close these fights are.
Absolutely. You can see Canyon diving forward. Try and make this one work out. Showmaker standing guard as well as there's the flash in! Canyon just doesn't want to waste any time. Keria now going to be able to flash away. Gets the tidal wave in but doesn't find any joy. Showmaker ultimate now on cooldown. And D plus Kia, not a lot of buttons left to press. T1, I think, have managed to get control as Gumayushi diving towards Deft, who does dash over the wall. He'll be fine. But the Drake, not so much. And T1, they get what they're looking for. Well, Canyon getting into this Baron pit. A Baron would certainly be a great way to win the game. And they're going to start it off. Okay, Owner in the area as we spoke about. They're going to try and get the teleport out from Zeus. He's hit level 16 on this Jax. He's absolutely huge, and T1 know exactly what's going on. No teleport to come forward just yet. But D+, they can tank this for an extraordinarily long time as the teleport is going to come forward. Zeus diving into the pit. The Glacial Prison goes completely wide, and Faker is traded for Canyon. The Baron secured by the Vi as they dive on top of this area and take her out. Showmaker, the next target to be taken down, and he's not going to be able to do anything here. K'Sante falls, it's an ace, and T1 destroy D plus Kia.
And this time around, D plus don't find the turn. Canyon's ultimate doesn't hit anyone. And I was with you, Atlas. Them getting the teleport in of itself was a win. But D plus, I think maybe also recognizing that you gotta try and force T1 to make a mistake. Try and go for it anyway. Unable to do so, and game might not be over yet, but this is a lead of a different caliber than I think that we've seen thus far. Gonna be the inhibitor down, gonna be another inner here for T1.
Yeah, D plus Kia well and truly on the ropes. Still, they have the ability to win team fights. That Infinity Edge that we were talking about is done, but no GA, none of these defensive tools that Deft will require as this game goes on, and already Canna taking so much damage on this Cassante. T1 looking to break open their next inhibitor in line, and this is the textbook way of winning the game. Just break down all the structures as Canyon dives on forward, looks for Zeus, but immediately he gets out of the CC. Now he just turns the battle onto the Sejuani. Deft going golden. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Emperor's Revive doesn't do anything at all here as the Akali makes her way into the backline. Deft hiding back and does so beautifully. Gumayushi is now dead as Faker is fighting against Canna. Canna picks it up, finds the Q as well as Zeus is in trouble. Showmaker backflipping on top of the Jax, and Keria is just left to the wolves. T plus Kia, they do what I was just saying was impossible. Canyon gonna get spotted out in alongside Deft are there as this Baron's getting taken down so quickly. They have to get in there. Gumayushi taken down relatively low. Canyon doesn't have ult though. As T1, they're going to teleport in. Showmaker finding himself some sort of flank. Doesn't get the backflip shuriken onto the Jax as now D plus Kia gets some control of this pit. Canyon is extraordinarily low though. And Showmaker also sitting at half health does make it towards the Shroud as Canna. It's a big knockback. The Emperor's Divide this time is definitely a lot better. Deft is at full health though. Can he manage to get the kill? Counter-Strike is just too good. Deft trying to stay alive. The GA is going to put him down, and he's not going to want to wake up at exactly that area. Kellen goes down as well. T1, yet another team fight, and this one means the game.
And we are going to a game number 3, Atlas, as with that attempt from Cassante to try and salvage the fight, it looks close, but T1, decisive victory there.
As we move to separate sides of the rift, I have a feeling probably not going to be too much difference. I think it'll still be extremely close as Faker does the most damage in the game. Deft managing to get a fair bit done towards the end there, and you can see this time T1 held on to their lead from about 17 minutes. Is this T1 saying
I'm not going to get excited before we see the lock-in. So the D plus composition has a ton of priority in the mid lane, and they're going to need that to get Canyon.
What?
Okay, it's time for Keria's Kalista support. He has been playing this. He has been looking for an opportunity to pull it out.
Oh my!
There
in this series, really?
Yeah, he pulled out Caitlyn's support before.
He did.
He
definitely did. As, okay, Carriers support Draven. Carriers support Kalista. Not entirely sure which one it's going to be.
Wait.
Zeus is Jace. Oh my goodness. Let's get onto the Rift and see what this is like.
Hopefully, for him, be able to cover what, or rather Canyon is going to look to cover as Owner is going to path towards bot side to try and look for aggressive plays on Deft and Kellen.
Well, Carrier just diving towards Kellen here as the axes are now going to start swinging forward. And yeah, this is an example of a real problematic situation. Oh, the Draven's not able to do it! Canyon, he knew he was there. Gumayushi knew he was dead. Wanted to take Deft with him, and he's not going to be so lucky. So, what happens, Chronicler, when this lane falls behind?
Showmaker, another example, is going to be able to continuously play with Cryo here as Owner and make himself known.
Yeah, not going to get the flash out of Showmaker just yet. Faker, no Rift Walk available. Permafrost does come in. Showmaker desperately doesn't want to flash, and he doesn't. He's going to be able to go back home. But now, that health bar very low, doesn't have teleport. So was it worth it, I guess, is kind of the question that he's going to be asking. As here, towards this bottom side, Glitter Lancers flying forward. Deft trying his very best, and is actually ahead in CS at this moment in time. Owner's coming down though, and you can see the pressure starting to mount. Canyon already lying in wait. It's a great little whimsy onto Gumayushi, who goes down yet again. Owner now trying to tidy it up, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. It's the flash forward from Deft. He is going to go down, and now Faker with Rift Walk in hand. He sees that blue buff, and he really wants it. He'll pick it up as well. Make it a triple kill for the king of the mid lane. T1. That is exactly what they needed.
Freed up Faker and...
Well, bit of a battle here towards the bottom side as the ult through from the Zeri does get knocked up, as now Gumayusi is just fighting him. Can he actually win it? Oh! Gumayusi locks it down. It's a double kill! And this is what we expected to be the entire lane for T1. It just happened a bit late.
Much of what you're going to be able to see. And I want to remind everyone is, hold up.
Yep, Deft is going to skate in. Carrier taking so much damage, he's just dead. The Ornhorn was there just to celebrate. I think it was, yeah. I think that it was just a song that time around. Minion wave on the top side being taken down here by Faker, as pretty impatient. Shirley will finally turn herself towards D+ Kia. Now 5 members stacked up. Zeus, like you were talking about, those shock blasts. They connect onto Showmaker as Faker looking for that flank angle. Canyon going to be the target now. Glacial Prison does come in. The rest of the buttons not quite being hit. Good knock up onto Gumayusi, but it doesn't really matter as Faker diving on in. He's very, very low as Deft gets over that wall. The shield bow helping him out. Now gonna have to back away because these shock blasts, man, possible to deal with. So they get a Herald, but at what cost?
Ooh, maybe we'll catch Faker off guard here with a Realm Warp.
All right, well, Realm Warp is at least on cooldown for a couple of seconds. He uses it to turn immediately onto Showmaker. As with a broken stopwatch, maybe this is an opportunity. The Wild Growth comes in, Deft chasing after him. Can Faker get away is the question, and the answer's no. Deft picks up the kill as T1 will destroy their base in answer.
And it is still an incredibly favorable trade because, crucially, D+ can't turn this into a Baron. If you get Faker there and you see a Baron angle, there's your Elias.
Yeah, okay. Deft's going to chase after Carrier. They do get the flash out as the Pierce was unavailable. 400 stacks for Gumayusi on this Draven. The Blue Blades, as Papa coined many moons ago. See whether the cash-in's going to happen. Faker on a beautiful flank. Canyon moving towards the Drake. Can they secure it is the question as Faker moves in. All right, here we go. The Ornhorn going to come through. It's going to get denied as now he tries to get back, but it's actually the Rend that locks down the Ocean Soul. But still, the Sejuani going to go down low. But look at the Kassadin damage. It is absurd. And this game, ladies and gentlemen, I think is just over. It's going to be the Quadra kill. There's just not a way to do anything about this, as Canyon's at least going to walk towards it, but he's just not going to get there in time. The Sejuani locks it down really nicely, and now the fight is on. Canna in so much trouble, tries to get himself out, does, at least for the moment. Can he get some knockups? The answer's yes, but does it matter? The answer's absolutely not. As Shock Blast to come through, Canyon trying to dash his way out. Faker has about 1 trillion dashes available to himself. The Ornn goes down first, is now Deft, trying to get damage where he can. But Jace has already managed to take down yet another target. Deft is just being forgotten as he pushes down this lane. T1, they are turning towards the one open avenue to a game victory. And you like to see it. Eyes on the prize as Canyon just chased all the way to his fountain. He may not even be able to do that. As now Deft is bearing down the wrong direction here towards T1, who are just taking all of his stuff. Oh, Showmaker just thrown into the blender. Speaking of which, Gumayusi now under the turret. He's going to die, but so is Deft. And the game is now done. T1 will wrap it up 2-1. And he finishes the fight at full health as well. Oh my goodness, it was just an absolute demolition from T1 as we listen. They finish off this game.
얼마야? 체리 빠졌는데. 빼는 거 봐줘. 하지 마. 안 해. 빼는 거 봐줘야 돼. 빼는 거 봐줘야 돼. 내가 끊을게. 체리 반피. 체리 궁 끝났어. 여기 라이즈 오른쪽 숨어 있다. 아이. 체리 궁 끝났다. 바텀하면 끝나 이거. 침착해. 오케이. 드레이븐 궁대. 궁 40초.
I'm down. Carrier yelling to go bot lane that entire time.
체리 저거 할 거 없어. 무시해. 오케이. 내가 앞에 있어줄게. 이거 쳐봐. 야, 라이즈랑 맞춰줘. 라이즈랑 맞춰줘. 라이즈 맞출래? 라이즈랑
Tanking the
맞춰줘.
front line, says Ona. And just go
타워.
rise. And then Carrier's just calling for tower over and over again. Gumayusi is, as you can see, ignoring him entirely, but he wanted to get that kill.
준비 잘했다. 나이스.
It's a very happy Gumayusi in the end. And everyone just congratulating one another. You did a great job, and they absolutely did. Faker, 23,000 damage on this Kassadin. Oh my goodness. What, like, look at that draft. That is a silly draft. Chronicler? And it worked real well.
Yeah, if you get that in solo queue, you're looking at a dodge. You know, you're eyeing. You're like, oh, have I ever already dodged today?
Yeah, it's like who has like heal cleanse?
Who hasn't dodged yet, guys? Come on, who's taken one for the team? And we joke, but it really showcases again